Okay, well, welcome to episode 6 of Name That Plane. Now, today's plane is a plane that I have to admit I'm a big fan of. One of the things that made me fall in love with this airplane is it's one of the first aircraft my father, who was a metallurgic engineer for General Dynamics, worked on. This plane had a couple of major problems early on in its career. One of them was the engine. Look at the huge engine there that powered this thing. The problem was compressor stalling. And the original design for this aircraft had a bad tendency to have compressor stalls. And it's one of the first major projects that my father solved, the compressor stalling problem with this aircraft. Now, another fact about the aircraft we're looking at here, I imagine most of you already know what it is, but for those that don't, it was very large, about 70 feet long, and that size allowed it to be very effective, not just as a fighter, but also as a light bomber. In fact, this plane could carry the bomb loadout of 4 F-4 Phantoms. So 4 times the bomb capacity of an F-4, which is amazing. Probably the most unique thing about it, though, was the wings. The wings actually were tiltable, so they could go from a swept wing at high speed to a conventional wing setup like this here for takeoff and landing, which gave it a much lower takeoff and landing speed, which was beneficial for obvious reasons. So, kind of to sum it up, and I probably will do a longer video of this in the future, but the F-111 was a very underrated aircraft. It flew over 4,000 sorties in Vietnam with only 6 losses. It took out over 1,500 tanks and armored vehicles in Desert Storm. Pilots who knew about it loved it. The F-111 Aardvark.